I'm Jim Markle. I'm the Executive Director at the Northwest Indiana Law Enforcement Academy. I've been involved with NILEA as an instructor. I've really been very fortunate. I was started as an adjunct instructor in 1999 when I first started. I came on staff full-time in 2008, and I became the Executive Director in January of 2017. I think we've definitely grown. Our footprint is much bigger now than it was. I think we started out mostly Lake and Porter County, some Jasper and Newton and Stark, but we've expanded all the way out towards South Bend area now. We're in 11 counties. We service 63 agencies now, which is about 2,500 officers come through the doors for training annually. I really enjoy the process of seeing these young people begin the academy, kind of the unknown, and then having a direct impact on their development, and feeling that I'm confident that they can go out and begin their field training and begin the next stage of training with their agency and serving the communities here in Northwest Indiana. The basic training's 15 weeks, so it's a 15-week program. There's just various, so it comes out to about 600 hours of training they have total. In various components, from firearms to emergency vehicle operations, physical tactics, criminal law is a huge portion, de-escalation training, scenario-based training is another big component that we've added to the academy. So just about every component you can think of while they're here.
And what's some of your favorite subjects that you're just like, oh yeah, it's this day?
For me, I mean, I really cut my teeth in training in physical tactics. I have a background in that, so I really do enjoy that block of training, that week of training with them. I also do like to see how they do in moot court, which is where they testify in trial, in a mock trial, which is really interesting. A lot of them don't really understand the components of that, so it's a really interesting component. Firearms training is always a lot of fun with them. The class really seems to come together during that week. Those are some of my favorite ones. I would have to say, honestly, when they get chemical weapons is probably also a very fun block, because you get to see some very unique responses to the chemical weapons that are deployed. We have to look at each student from a very ground zero level, because some come in with a lot of experience, some come in with none. So they learn everything from how to interview, how to do read body mechanics and see, when somebody is becoming a threat assessment, if you will. But they train in open hand techniques, they train in upper body strikes, lower body strikes, ground control techniques, pressure point control techniques, handcuffing, tactical handcuffing. So there's all kinds of different components that they do, and once they learn all that throughout the week, all of that is, we look to see if they're able to recall the training during the scenario.
What are just your favorite parts of being a part of the graduation day, and just what do you see when you look around you in that moment?
I like to see the look of pride on the families that are there. You can see that they've been a major part of the process for the students that have come through, and you can see it on their faces, and you can see the pride on the recruit who is now evolving to become a certified officer on that day. It's a big step in their career path. I absolutely love, and it touches me every time, when they all individually stand up and take the oath. I think that's important that they do it in front of their families, they do it in front of their chiefs and sheriffs, and they all individually do that, which I think is a very big moment of the ceremony. Some of them were starting the very next day, starting on Saturday morning. So depending on what their level of training was prior to coming to the academy, most on average start with their field training, which is the next phase, where they are with a veteran officer and instructor, and they learn how to be the police on the street, if you will. We give them a foundation, and then they evolve and go to the next phase, which is field training. But our job is to make sure basic training has to end at some point, but we want to be confident that they have a good foundation going out to be able to start that next phase of their training. And then hopefully we've instilled in them that the training never ends, that they're going to have to continue to train throughout their career to be the best officer that they can be, to serve and protect their communities in the best capacity as possible.